You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from that short pier everyone tells us to take a long walk off of. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Another week, another episode. I'm Bill. I bring friends, as usual, as per lately. It's Uncle Jay.
That's me.
It's my buddy Ed.
Well, it would have to be something fucking stupid name like that. You don't look Welsh.
That was pretty good one. And then we got Brother Bob on guitar.
What's up, everybody?
Hey! Bob's got 2,500 pedals, and he is stomping his way
Through them all.
through a thicker and thicker round of
Metal.
How's that, buddy? Much better? Sorry about that. Our buddy Dominic likes to use your headphones when we do the Preacher versus Preacher, so we keep forgetting to turn it back up for you. That is a fact, and if you want to, you could tell me no. I'll tell him he's not allowed to touch your stuff.
I don't give a rat's fucking
Hey,
ass.
Bill, I found
Fair enough.
something that might help on eBay. You know, this the new Crybaby pedal I have, right? The company makes
Yeah.
a volume pedal.
Oh.
So for like $30, we can plug it right into Jay.
It's like a little booster thing for him.
And whenever he needs to hear more, he just hit that pedal,
Just turn it up, Gramps. I
stomp
got
on
you.
that sucker, and get about
Love
20
it loud,
decibels
man.
a
What do you
gain.
want?
I love
a loud guy.
I love a loud show. What can I tell you?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Huh?
I like that. I like that. Keeping it loud. What?
Gotta live it loud, right?
Got me. You got me.
Huh?
Got me. I'm sorry. You want me to say it again?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So this is 172. That's the episode number. If you're keeping track at home, collect them all.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get them all. So we'll do some news, reviews, chat room game in a minute. Maybe some emails later on. If you want to get an emails because you're listening live in the chat room and you forgot to send one in,
Yeah.
there's still time, as we like to say, or anytime. Podcast at wickedtheory.com. You can also leave us a voicemail if you're into doing that. That's a sexy thing some people like to do.
Yeah.
At wickedtheory.com.
You know what else you can find at wickedtheory.com?
What's that, buddy?
The Franchise Chronicles.
Ed's doing a little thing there, multi-part series. Go check it out.
Oh, so he's hovering out another thing, huh?
Well, at least it's on our site, though. At least it's on our site. And people can go check that out. There's 2 installments so far. Go see what that's all about.
Yeah. Road Warriors up. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome is on the way.
Very nice. Also, agentpalmer.com. You can check out a little A to Z music thing I did for him.
Wow, A to Z on music? That's
A to
a
Z.
lot of music.
It is, but only
That's
one.
from Amadeus.
All the way to
All the way
ZZ
to-
Top.
I was gonna say zebra.
Either-
And throw a little one that's a little harder.
well,
right
it's
there.
Zebra, then ZZ Top. So, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, ZZ Top would be the end.
Yeah. So it's 165. It's 26 songs and one. Every letter starts a song title.
It's the entire library of iTunes.
There you go.
Explained.
Right.
One
It took
song
me-
at a time.
That's why it took so long, really, for me to finish it. But also DC TV Report and the Preacher vs. Preacher podcast. Those are our sister shows.
Yep.
Ed does one. I do the other. Go check them out if they sound interesting to you on any level.
Yeah.
Or if not, just retweet them and help us promote them, because that's a nice thing to do
Exactly.
too.
I will say everyone should go see check out DC TV Report this week, because our retro pick was the Batman the Animated Series episode Beware the Grey Ghost, which is a fan favorite. It's one of my favorites.
Gray Ghost music.
Sarah cried no less than 3 times while viewing it. It was
How many times did she cry during reviewing it?
Oh, it got emotional.
I did. Okay.
got emotional.
Well, if everybody wants to hear a grown woman cry.
What are you making me watch?
Right. Now that, all right. Well, give Bob a bell, because that one hurt.
I know it's mostly because she thought it was going to be a downer, and it was so beautiful.
All right. Over on Preacher vs. Preacher, nothing is beautiful, and it's creepy stuff like All Father's Sphincter.
Does the show still suck?
No,
in my opinion.
Well, in your opinion, you'd probably have some issues with it still overall,
Yeah.
but I think you'd be like, oh, okay, well, at least they're putting stuff in there,
Yeah.
and
maybe-
keeping storylines short.
Maybe if they would have done that from episode 1.
That's right.
You
So
know,
if
instead of
anybody.
waiting 2 whole friggin' seasons.
So if anybody was tired of hearing Bob's not on that show anymore, and it's just me and Dom. That's what that comes down to. Bob's like, fuck that show.
Is that
and,
a backhanded way of me telling me to shut up too?
Well, I'm just saying. No, hey, your opinion's more than welcome. I'm just saying in general.
No, I know.
That's where
For
that
what
is.
it's worth, Preacher versus Preacher is an excellent show.
Amazing, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't you say, Jay?
Yes.
What?
People don't know all the legwork you got to go through
Oh, so many legs.
to document
So
every
many legs.
moment of that show.
Yeah, this week was easy. I paused it. I had it on the DVR. It was easier to do when you can pause it. All right. So anyway, also check out The Real Thing. It's a Facebook page where we're like simpatico with. Where Wes Weezar, friend of the show, is out there every week chipping away at it, updating and sharing out cool pop culture news bits and stuff worth talking about. It's a place to get together and hang out and just shoot the shit and talk about cool shit that, we can't be in your life 24/7.
Yeah.
But this is something. This is a place you can go, check out stuff, hang out.
Big thank you to him, too.
Big thank you to him supporting the show.
Because he's posting like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah. He's clocking hours.
That's where I go to for news now.
That's it, right?
Well,
It's all in one place.
You chained him to the desk, Jay, so he can't leave.
That's the thing.
So
Well,
that's why he's not,
Well, the volume he's putting stuff in there, it is like a pretty useful source to see what I might have missed. I can go through that real
He's
quick, see some
passionate about
headlines.
pop culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why we hit it off pretty well.
Yeah, sure.
And he goes in there and he just posts away. You know what I mean?
Nice. Nice.
And it's gaining a little steam, and I'm happy about that.
That's
That's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just had a thought. Maybe you're already doing it. Is there any references to the Wicked Theory podcast?
Well, Bill was in there.
If we happen to have mentioned or reviewed the show on our show, as like a reference or
Yeah,
a
well,
referral or something.
Well,
like
you're
that.
in there. You posted.
I posted last week's episode, I think.
flash.
you know?
Yeah, we'll try to
'Cause
get on that.
I was
more.
thinking it might be kind of cool if you doing reviews on something that we've reviewed here.
Yeah.
You say for more on that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Actually,
throw-
yeah, stuff
throw-
like that.
throw a
Oh,
link in.
Right, like, we actually talked about that on the show. You want to hear us go deeper on it.
Right.
That kind of
Right.
thing. That's a
Yeah.
good way to slip in the
Right.
comments.
Well,
Little
kind of
links.
gives a little more credence to both shows, both the show and the page.
There you go.
Cool.
So,
Just a thought, anyway.
we got people hanging out
Yes,
do?
in the chat room. They're not in this room.
We got Agent Palmer.
Nice.
Well, that's one.
We got Wesley and Zombie John.
Wesley and Zombie John.
three.
There's 3 of them in there.
So maybe we can put them to work.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give them a chat room game.
So the hashtag for this evening is Killer Books, real or fictional killers.
Sure.
Example. Give you one example.
One example.
How to Have Friends for Dinner by Hannibal Lecter.
There you go. So yeah, real or fake, go whatever direction you got to go. I obviously took a line of dialogue because he says that, so I thought it was pretty easy. But you guys always surprise us, so whatever you got, and we'll come back later and we'll see what you gave us.
Yeah, you guys are creative.
You guys are like fancy with
Yeah.
that shit.
Well, if they're listening to this show, they got to be movie or TV nerds.
They better be.
Comic book
And this is
nerds.
how they're
So
gonna flex it,
Yeah.
and they got to be funny, hopefully, but not really.
They got to at least attempt to be funny.
Yeah, you would think. Or just likes funny stuff. So
Yeah.
with that, that sets us up, for our first real segment. It's called The News. You might have heard of this thing called News. It's news o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. That was loud. Sorry.
I'm fine. What was that you were saying now, Bill?
Something about volume. Don't worry about it, Bob. Your eels will
My eels?
Your eels will heal.
My eels will hear?
Yeah, your eels will hear it all about it.
I don't hear anything loud.
Yeah, I know it spiked for a second, but that's
Can't even
We know you don't hear anything loud.
You probably don't even hear this in the background right now, right?
too much metal in my fucking life.
I can only hear if it has distortion because everything sounds like distortion these days anyway. Everybody has like a
Too many Metallica shows.
You know, tinnitus is like for Jay, it's just
Make it loud.
like white noise. Turn it up. So off the bat, I got something in there in the news file. Just a little thing I thought was interesting. I got two things, but this Doom Patrol show that they got coming for DC. Not to get all too heavy into it, but they're doing RobotMan, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is, just nothing but weird because it's nothing but weird characters. But Brendan Fraser got cast as,
Cliff Steele.
Cliff Steele.
No, he's just happy to be cast.
So it's gonna, well, that too. But it's gonna, so he's gonna be in the flashbacks of before it happens, kind of thing, and be the voice of him. So I'm guessing that means they're doing RobotMan mostly CG or man in suit, and they'll just have like some kind of trap jaw kind of thing from He-Man, if you remember.
Yeah, they have an actor in a suit, and there will be some CG assistance.
Sure.
But Brendan Fraser will be the voice of RobotMan.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they pull that off, number one. And number two, Brendan Fraser, that's cool.
Yeah.
Always liked that guy. This seems like something up his alley. It's nice to see him doing something a little different.
So Encino Man 2 ain't happening?
Well, maybe. I mean, given time.
Or School Ties too?
Well, now at this point it would be Encino Old Man.
Right. By now he would just be a regular dude. He would have acclimated. Like the whole him being weird would have passed.
Yeah,
it's like when a kid. It's like when an 8-year-old is a phenom on a guitar, and then he's just a 7-year-old who can play really well. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he grows up to be 30, he's like, yeah, he can still play pretty good, but when he was 7, he seemed like the greatest shit ever.
Well, like that little kid who was the bodybuilder. Now, Now he's not a bodybuilder anymore. He's all like out of shape.
He's letting it all go. It was something my dad was making me do. I gave up on it.
I still like Airheads though. That was
Airheads is classic.
You got to remember Airheads.
Name the guitar that they wanted when they had to make demands. I know because I'm a guitar player.
I think I might.
Is it Les Paul?
I feel like it starts with an E. It's like an Epiphone or something. No, am I wrong on that? Okay. Ed's not gonna get it.
A Paul Reed Smith Dragon inlay guitar.
Ooh.
At the time, they were $5,000. Now they'd probably be about $18,000.
Dragon inlay.
Ooh, real dragon head.
Wow.
You can't get that just anywhere.
Yeah. Made out of real dragon bones.
That's a fun flick.
That is a great flick.
It is fun.
It is a fun flick.
But Doom Patrol. So we're getting Robot Man. We're also getting Negative Man, Elasti-Woman, and Crazy Jane.
Yeah.
That's a Rod Stewart song, right?
All of them probably. Yeah. Different albums. Elastic Man.
There was a line in.
I'm just a robot man.
Jay,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Jay. What was that? Getting back to Airheads real quick. Jay, what was that line in Airheads that was that became prophetic? Something about who is God? And the guy's
2 girls,
like,
1 cup.
It was a trick question. Some guy was like, I'm in the middle. He's like, oh yeah. Well, who's God? No, well, God's God. No, Lemmy's God. Something like that. It was a line that, what's his name? Buscemi.
It's like a famous line from
the movie. It's a famous line.
Quote.
It's a quote now that you see everywhere.
Okay.
Because as he got older, everyone's like, well, no, Lemmy is God. Lemmy is God.
Well, let's check the research department. Let's see what's going on over there in the research department.
There's a line, and I was trying to remember it, but. So.
All right, we got the research department working on that.
So we'll get on that. But what were you talking about when I interrupted?
So, just something else. I don't remember exactly what I was going to say. But anyway, so RobotMan, that's coming soon to a theater near you. Or a home
Doom
theater.
Patrol.
Speaking of robots.
Doom Patrol, what I would like to see is them to make a parody of the Judas Priest song Hell Patrol as their intro music.
Okay.
I swear to fucking Christ.
I have the correct line.
Go on, yeah.
This is a
Airheads quotes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, who'd win in a wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
That's right.
And then guy answers, Lemmy. God? Wrong, dickhead. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
There you go.
There
you go.
That was it.
Okay.
It wasn't acted like that, though.
No. It was read very differently.
Jay would have done better. That's what
I haven't seen the movie. Sorry.
Wait. That's not one of those movies you saw when you were 8 that you thought it was good?
No.
He was 6.
Well, now it's got to be one that you saw when you're 30 that you think might be good, which may or may not be.
It all depends.
Right.
But, okay. Anyway, so maybe bad news, maybe not. Depends on which way you look at it. Hot assemblage of not really a rumor, but it's just kind of like, from what a couple people saying. Looks like this next season of Mr. Robot might be the last one. Ooh. Yeah, like it's going to be like a 4, maybe 5 season run. They're not really sure, but what's going on is basically this week, Christian Slater and Rami Malek have both kind of suggested in interviews when asked stuff that kind of hints at it. So it's stuff that's like, it was always kind of like the creators, Sam Esmail's idea to kind of probably only be able to do 3 or 4 or 5 seasons at most out of this. And it seems like that's kind of what has been talked about a little bit, but nothing official. So they're just kind of putting it out that it might go that way.
You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds like somebody got a little Oscar buzz. And now it's like, I don't know. So we're going to wait till those nominations come out.
Yeah, but I tell you what, though, as much as that's obviously a thing, too, don't get me wrong, because,
it's big. That's big.
The network would love nothing more than to keep probably their highest rated show on for another 2 seasons at least. But the thing is, you can almost feel it in the air on that show where it's like, no, I feel like we're kind of moving towards something, and that feels like kind of close. It feels like we're on an apex, and we're getting near the last hurrahs. Like anything now is going to be like, you would feel like a stretch.
I don't feel like I could physically handle a 6th season of that show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What would they do in a 6th season? I mean, they're at a point now where they destroyed they're destroying the corporation, or they destroyed it. It's been a while.
Yeah. The
corporation that started the whole that they just tried to destroy. And society's gone, and
at a certain point, that show is going to turn into Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, basically, it's going to it can only
Nothing
invert.
wrong with that.
No, but it's definitely a story that they've already inverted the main thrust of the story, and on a show like this where it's about the flips, how many times can you flip this thing before you can't flip it anymore? You know what I mean?
Especially when there's a Oscar nomination.
Well,
that could be in your fucking wake.
For Rami Malek, for Papillon, for Papillon, for Papillon. Because the other dude ain't getting one.
Oh, come on. That's Charlie Hunnam's movie.
The Charlie Hunnam's Hope. That's what movie should be called. I'm doing a foreign film where I don't have an accent. Well, Thank God.
I think whatever happens with Mr. Robot at this point, it's good. It's a good timing for Rami Malek because he's about to hit big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what you kind of hinted at, right? Rami Malek, maybe for.
He's one of the lead Oscar buzzes right now for Best Actor.
For Bohemian Rhapsody, though, right?
Right? Is that what you meant? Yeah. But either way, I would rather it go out tight. And in a season 4 or some kind of maybe just kind of truncated season 5. But it's a show where it's one of those shows where if you started to stretch it out, you would just feel it. Mm-hmm. You would just fucking feel it.
Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia.
Listen, we're gonna have a talk. There's gonna be none of that. All right, there'll be no queen. This is an American house.
All right.
We don't do that British. Listen. I was waiting for you to do one more. I was
a lot
of
metal inspiration out of Queen, man.
All right. So anyway, there's that. So
I want Sheer Heart Attack played in between the after show and this show.
See what happens. I say I have an allergic reaction to something, and you guys are like, here, eat these fucking berries.
It's one of the first.
Well, Bill, instead of that, Slayer, Raining Blood.
See, I'm fucking done with this fucking show. Everything's a fucking thrash reference.
What the fuck, bro?
What the fuck, bro? I'm just kidding. Ed, what do you got in there?
All right, so...
what do you got in the news?
Bad news for James Bond fans. Danny Boyle has left production. He's decided not to direct the next James Bond movie.
He said he had enough of these?
Yeah.
That was Bob. I didn't know what it was either. It came through so clean, and I was like, what the fuck? Has Ed got his own sound effects now? He said he's going to leave.
It sounded like something died.
He reminded me of the cake from Little Rascals.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going for.
So yeah, he's left citing creative differences. Rumor is he wanted to cast a little-known Polish actor named Tomasz Kot
as the new James Bond.
As the villain.
Oh.
And Daniel Craig actually gets casting approval because he's a producer.
Oh, we're throwing it at him?
And, well,
He was like, he's too short.
well, they're saying this was the conflict. That
That's the
You
cover
know.
story.
Yeah.
They wanted no heroin involved in this movie.
No women.
Because that's in Danny Boyle's contract. Heroin must be a plot point.
Oh, you meant that kind of heroin?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, he's out, but they're out looking, and there is a short list that includes Edgar Wright.
He's tall.
No, this is to replace Danny Boyle.
Oh, you said
This-
short list.
Yeah, a short list of guys
okay.
to replace Danny Boyle for directing the next Bond movie.
I shouldn't have slowed you down. I'm sorry.
We have Edgar Wright, Jean-Marc Vallée, directed Dallas Buyers Club, David Mackenzie, did Hell or High Water,
Went to school with him.
yeah, or Jan Demange, who directed White Boy Rick, which is coming out soon.
White boy Rick?
I don't see any of those names happening.
Probably not.
I don't think at all.
They don't seem like obvious fits. That's for sure.
No.
You know who should be? You know who should be? Rami Malek.
Just that's his, this is gonna be his go-to. Slayer and Remy Malik all episode. Every reference.
They should.
No, that's the Slayer's not exclusive. He can say Slayer too.
Oh, fair enough.
They
That's
should
true.
go get Martin Campbell. I think.
Bring Martin Campbell back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be a great choice. He has the pedigree, GoldenEye and Casino Royale.
What about
Vin Diesel.
You know, I mean, the thing is, like, everyone wants like Chris Nolan, but the fact that Danny Boyle didn't survive doesn't show me that Chris Nolan has a good chance of working well with these
Yeah.
people
I don't
either.
think Edgar Wright by that same logic.
Yeah. Edgar Wright sounds like an interesting idea, but I don't know.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans in his directorial debut.
Yeah.
You know, but that's where we're gonna go. That's as good as me saying
James Gunn.
That's what I said last week. Was James Gunn and Ricky Gervais as the new James Bond?
Well, they have a thing. They want to hire someone British or like British adjacent. So like
British England,
yeah,
the UK.
So what? No.
England
what?
or
So-
maybe New Zealand.
So
Australia.
not
So
America.
so Mel Gibson. He's Australian.
They'll take Caron. They'll take what's his name, Caron, before they'll take an American.
Denis Villeneuve, maybe.
Yeah, get an American with a French name.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew, somebody like that. I don't know. All right, so that's your update. That's your Bond report.
All right.
Stocks and bonds.
The guy that directed Sicario too.
What about that guy? Who's that guy?
What the hell was his name?
Spanish dude, right?
Yeah.
Get him. He's not American.
Because when you see Sicario too, it's amazing action
The
sequence.
fucking
Stefano Salima.
Yes, that guy.
Stefano Salim.
Put his name in there.
Come on, I'm buying it.
Where do you see that movie? You'll say, oh fuck, how is he not in contention?
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. That would be a great follow-up to The Edge that they've already kind of established in the series now. You bring something that's like you didn't think you could go, like maybe a little grittier, but hey, here's a way. And Ratchet, like the tension, like that Sicario tension where it's like you almost don't even realize it's building. You know what I mean?
I actually think they might be moving away from that a little bit. It's because like
I'm saying lean into it though.
okay, this script sounds like it's meant to be. You know, they're playing up the modern Cold War.
They're bringing Ricky
Russia's
Gervais.
involved.
Who's going to upset the Cold War these days more than Ricky Gervais?
Did you see the?
Have you seen him on the Golden Globes? I mean, come on.
Did you see that?
He knows
they,
how to
they
upset
want
the balance.
Wallace Shawn as the next Bond.
They'll take anybody. Just give me something outside.
Vin Diesel should be the bad guy in the new Bond.
You know what I mean?
Sean Connery should be the bad guy in the new Bond.
Battle of the Bald Heads. Vin Diesel as the bad guy.
Pierce Brosnan would
Sylvester
be a good
Stallone.
bad guy.
He's not doing much these days.
What if you did that? Bring a Bond back.
Bring
as,
a Bond as the
is Timothy Dalton alive?
He's great, Timothy Dalton.
Well, I mean, what's he doing these days besides like
What's Mr.
waiting?
Dante's Inferno doing these
Well,
days?
that is the classic pitch,
Pierce
isn't it?
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Like he walks out, all of a sudden he gets attacked by Timothy Dalton, then he gets away from him, and Pierce Brosnan's around the corner,
Right.
and then it's like, oh, it's all the other Bonds coming to reclaim.
We're all Bond.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 007
I
dash
still-
A.
Didn't Roger Moore die though? I think we're gonna miss one.
Roger Moore's dead, and
Oh.
Sean Connery would
Like-
not go back.
If you fucking backed up the Brinks truck.
Yeah.
No, but I think Dalton or Brosnan would be a good villain.
Sure. Have you seen the stuff Pierce Brosnan's done? As shitty as that is, Dalton's like, I'll take that work.
And well, if they get Edgar right, Dalton's worked with him before. I loved him in Hot Fuzz.
Hey, that was the best thing I've seen him in a while.
Brosnan was in The World's End.
There you go.
What about
Edgar
Kevin,
Wright gives him a lot of work.
Kevin Hart as the bad guy?
Why not?
It's
He doesn't shut the fuck up.
It's an option.
He could be Chatty. Chatty McStoogle from America.
Dalton's got one hell of a voice on him. It's like, but he's always Prince Baron to me.
You know, he was offered the
He's
part.
like a short Destro. That's what I always think.
You know what? He would pull off a Destro now, I think.
Yeah, just put him in some stilts or something.
Yeah, he was.
He's tall.
Is he Dalton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's under tall. I feel like he's a
No.
five something kind of
he's
guy.
He's a tall, lanky guy.
Okay.
But he was offered the part in '69. When Connery left, he was.
Who was in that movie? The movie is 69 or the year it was 69?
No, in 1969, he was
Okay.
offered on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which George Lazenby eventually took.
Well, George was lazy. All right, so let's move on. Enough Bond talk,
All right.
for fucking Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Let's get to something else. Can we get away from this kind of like endless franchise? Let's talk about Star Wars.
It's something new. Something new to talk
something
about.
New to talk about.
Yeah, a little bit. A little casting announcement came through this week, which we found interesting.
Well, we're going to be getting those a lot for over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're going to come in, sure.
But it's interesting because Dominic Monaghan,
Monaghan.
he's Brandy Brook in
In this?
yeah, they're taking
Plucking him straight out of there.
Mary, or Mary, right?
Yeah, he's got big
Mary-
feet. He's got a weird cape. He'll
Mary,
fit in.
Mary Pippin.
So they're taking Mary and they're putting
They're not changing a thing about him.
Dominic
The
Monaghan.
big hairy feet and everything, right?
Yeah.
So landed a job in episode 6.
he might be cleaning up the place.
Confirmed,
He
man.
might be working a camera. Who knows?
So
I
that's
thought he
cool.
died. Didn't he die in the last thing I saw? He died. No.
Yeah. Maybe in this one it'll say it's not somebody's ship on the palm of his hand, and he'll hold it up to a port window before he dies.
They're just slowly seeping in the Lord of the Rings people.
Right.
Because Christopher Lee did it first, and then
Yeah.
Andy Serkis, and now.
Well, him and
Dominic
JJ
Monaghan.
go back. JJ set up Lost on
That's right.
ABC.
That's right.
And I think they might have. I'm sure they've crossed paths in other ways before too. I think. So this feels right in that wheelhouse where JJ's another one of these guys like that. That's why Kerry Russell's in it because she Felicity. I mean,
Yes.
and that was JJ's show. That was the show that broke JJ as a person.
So
But
it looks like he's going
yeah,
all out.
yeah, and he's
getting all
going
these
into an
people.
interesting. He's going into an interesting well. I think Dominic Monaghan is a guy who isn't working enough. What's funny is that I forgot the guy. Interesting personal story of confusion. At one point, when I heard the name of the kid who plays Joker on Gotham,
Oh, Cameron Monaghan.
right, I mistakenly thought that was Dominic Monaghan, and that like he was going to be joining the show, like as that kid was already.
Oh, you're the reason that you're the guy who screwed up Steph?
Yeah. That for some reason I thought he was coming to the show and that he was going to be the real Joker. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting casting. I would love to see that." Like, you know what I mean? Him with green hair and all crazy. Like he's not the tall, lanky one. Like he's a different kind of Joker.
So now, when you just said that name, I thought instantly of Cameron Manheim.
Right. See? Everybody gets a little something different from that name. So, but anyway, he's
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw that movie, that horror movie, I Sell the Dead. No. It came out about 10 years ago. It's a really good independent horror film.
But Dominic is in it?
Yeah, he's the lead in it.
Okay. All right.
And to bring that up because the cinematographer of that is the director of the Jim Jones thing I just worked on.
Oh, shit.
So there's my 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon with Dominic Monaghan.
Nice. 6 degrees of separation with a news item. Shit.
Like that?
I like that. Tying it all together. Nice and
right.
pretty.
Me, Dominic, and have some drinks.
We'll let you know more about that project as it becomes available,
November.
folks. November?
We'll talk about it on the after show.
Yeah, okay. So we got the last thing we mentioned, James Gunn before. Interesting development in the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing was actually just the other day. It's officially on hold, but it became more apparent this week as some pre-production staff actually showed up to work and were turned around and told, well, we just didn't realize that this was on the schedule. Oops, sorry.
Go home, look for new jobs.
Don't know if you're getting paid for the day, but
they would have to.
Yeah, the union's got something.
Union
like that.
rules.
Yeah. We showed up and it was scheduled, but it slipped through the cracks, and it was like that pre-production kind of shit that, and this tizzy, no one really realized was going to follow through. But bravo to them for showing up this way.
Yeah.
Because they probably knew they were going to get turned around, but they were like, we have to actually go there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we
Yeah.
can't fight it with the union, really. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it helps us if we go. Okay, I'll go. Even though we
Right.
know for a
Yeah.
fact there's no fucking
All right,
work
so
today.
I'll get the fuck up at 6:30 in the
Yeah.
morning and go
Yeah.
to the store and get my coffee and go to work.
I'll collect the interns from the corner.
No,
You know what I mean?
professionals would have canceled it.
Well, that's the thing.
Right off
you
the
know what I
bat.
mean? Yeah, it would have been like, okay, you know, let's put the brakes on it. But this is just, you know, a reminder that the whole thing is definitely fucking kaput and temporarily. So it raises the question, you know, are they going to use his script? Are they not? You know,
I don't think they're going to use any. At this point, it's so set in stone, it seems.
Yeah.
That they're not going to use anything. They're going to redo the whole thing. Otherwise, they just would have kept going forward. They would have found somebody and just gone forward with that.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be tied to this at all.
Yeah, I think it's a thing where, like, if it was just up to Marvel, you know, Marvel would say, okay, we'll use the script at this point. Well, if it was just up to Marvel,
Yeah.
they would leave James Gunn in. But, you know, because you know, they tried to get him brought back in, but Disney's top brass passed on that.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I think at this point they're just gonna wait it out a little bit, let everything blow over,
Yeah.
and then pick it back up. Pick it back up in a few months when.
Because here's the thing, I feel like it only behooves them to use the fucking script because now they're going to start to miss a window of opportunity to keep this thing running right. And, you know, nothing, but, you know, a certain somebody on the cast is like, yo, if his script's not there, then I'm definitely done. You know, and so, you know, if you want to recast Drax the Destroyer, one of the principal funniest guys in the movie in a way, as far as characters go, because he's so used for that. At least in
Yeah.
the James Gunn versions, he was.
Yeah. Yeah, and he does seem to have good timing for it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't want to upset this balance. You have one more movie to go in this fucking franchise before you can actually hand it over to Stallone in the rejects or whatever the fuck you're gonna do. And
right, so yeah, they would have been in the.
yeah,
What's wrong with that?
I think they would have.
Nothing, I'm just teasing.
I don't think that they would have lost anything by actually going through with this movie
Right.
and then dealing with all the backlash. And then if they actually lost money on this movie, saying, "Okay, you know what, James, we tried to stand by you.
Yeah.
Now we have to part ways.
Yeah.
And
definitely not doing anything
you know,
else.
and
from
then
there on. Yeah.
do another movie with somebody else, just like you were planning.
Yeah.
And then when you come out with that one, you just say, "Look, you know what? We stood behind it because it was the true right thing to do, and we moved on at the end." You know what I mean? I don't think it would really hurt them at all.
No,
We're talking about Disney. We're not talking about some little startup.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing too. I feel like the thought is just, you know, it's just, you know, it's Disney it's the Disney higher ups being nervous about it. You know, just being like, they don't understand the
Disney
internet.
image. Yeah, they're worried about the Disney image.
Yeah, that's it. You know, so that's it for now. More to come as it comes, I guess.
Yeah.
More to come when it comes, I should say.
Yeah, but I think it's safe to say we're not getting a Guardians of the Galaxy movie next year.
Nah.
Are we ordering pizza?
2020.
Are we getting pizza though? I mean, let's get serious, Falcon here. Is it pizza time yet?
All right.
Somebody get on the phone, call
crust.
Jimmy Max.
No, Jimmy.
Thin crust. Thin crust.
Thin crust.
This is Staten Island. You don't do Chicago style here.
It's all automatically thin crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying
Neapolitan.
deep dish here.
No, obviously not. Yeah, I don't
Just a
know.
little extra crust, you know?
If you want it real thin, for some reason on Staten Island, you pay more. Well, like the thinner the crust, the more higher end and hoity-toity that fucking
Yeah,
pizzeria
it's
thinks they are.
Primo.
It's like, I'm paying how much for a fucking pie? And that doesn't have pepperoni on it?
Yeah, but we imported the bricks from Italy to build the oven.
60 years ago, we're still paying them off. The mob is a bitch like that.
So
so,
I like a little extra crust on it. It's nice.
no, actually, I do too. Listen, was it Joe and Pat's? Is that what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Joe and Pat,
Joe and
yeah.
Pat's is like really overpriced pizzeria, but it's really fucking tasty fucking pizza.
Yeah, but
And
it's wafer fucking thin. It's
And
like,
that's the key of it being good. It's like,
Well,
you
yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
mean,
So, but like,
it's literally like eating off a giant cracker.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
pretty
that,
good.
It's that hard. It's crunchy.
Just so. Just
Snap.
with
Like,
everything on it, it's still
Oh, I
crunchy.
like toasty pizza, believe me.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, but for some reason, this place, it's like, oh, we make it so thin
Right. Wait,
that we can't, with negligible losses on this fucking dough
Slide
right
it
now.
under the door.
when
Yeah,
pies were
in
$10,
an envelope.
when pies were $10 when I was a kid, they were $15 there,
Right.
which is like 50%. You know, and they were getting it.
Yeah. So with that, Must mean time for the chat game.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So the topic was killer books, real or fictional killers. You ready? Here we go. The Art of Sewing Human Skin by Leatherface.
Oh.
How to Raise Kids by John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Skincare by Buffalo Bill. Body Snatching 101 by The Thing. Building Machines by John Kramer from Saw.
Oh, okay. There you go.
1001 Trust Exercises by Jigsaw. Advanced Acupuncture by Pinhead.
Okay, there you go. I like that
Yeah. How to Please Your Queen by a Xenomorph Warrior. Ridding Your Nightmares by Freddie K.
one. Freddie K.
Universal Balance by Thanos. How Not to Be a Camp Counselor by Pamela Voorhees.
That's the touch. Is
Yeah.
that it's by the mom.
Yeah.
There you go. Because Jason's not writing the book.
A Perfectly Balanced Diet by Thanos.
Everything. It's a perfectly balanced series. He's got 25 books in the row.
Yeah. All Work and No Play by Jack Torrance. And Number One Killer by Heart Disease.
Just by
That's it.
All right, that's it. You know, that's how you do it, kids. The old chat room game. You like that? Came in just in time to get the old. All right, so that's it. Show's over. Oh wait, no, it's not.
No, it's not. We
It's
got
not over. Show's not over. What's next?
Meanwhile.
That's right. It's the meanwhile. Meanwhile, up in your butthole, things are growing.
Right up the ass.
Right up the ears.
I have to go out.
Yes, it does, Ed. Every now and then, something's got to go in.
I don't like it.
Yeah, no one does. Welcome to the team. Oh, you're the guy that doesn't like it. Mad Dogs on Amazon. It's an Amazon Prime series. Just a reminder to anybody, if you have Amazon Prime, like, don't forget you can watch all that original Amazon content. Like, I've spoken to 2 people recently, and I'm like, you got Amazon Prime, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you know you can watch all of those shows, right? And I rattled off a bunch of shows that people like. He's like, oh, shit, yeah, you're right. I'm like, I guess you forgot, buddy, but it's not just for covering shipping.
Yep.
Those aren't the fucked up baseballs from the 80s. That's mad balls.
That's Mad Balls. So Mad Dogs, Ed, pull it up for me if you don't mind, only because I forget the rest of the cast list. But it's
You know what you're asking for, right?
yeah, I know. I just want the top 5. But it's Billy Zane, it's Steve Zahn, Michael Imperioli, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but I always forget the black guy's name. He's in a million fucking things, and I love him and everything. Like a lot of stuff.
Danny
he's done.
Glover?
No.
Romani Malco?
Is that it?
That's the black guy.
Yeah, okay.
And the other one here is Ben Chaplin.
No, I think it's Romani Malco. But anyway, so this is a Amazon series where it's like, it's one of those shows where we're in a crazy fucking predicament and shit just keeps going crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. So that as a hook, I think might wear people out a little bit. But I dig it. I like where it's going. So the setup on this is that it's like there's these 4 friends, lifelong friends since around high school or whatever, and they go and visit this 5th friend, this 5th guy from their group who broke off years ago and went down to Belize. And that's Billy Zane. Billy Zane went down to Belize and got filthy fucking rich while he was down there in real estate and shit. And a couple of the other guys are pretty well to do too. One guy's like, kind of a lawyer. The other guy works in investments and shit. Imperioli plays a reformed alcoholic kind of guy who never kind of really got his shit together.
Where's Christopher?
Yeah. Where the fuck is Christopher? Where's my cousin? Where the fuck is my cousin? My nephew. I'm sorry. It's my fucking nephew.
What's the matter with you? You don't know your own freaking family?
I don't fucking. Where the fuck am I?
Where's your gabagool?
Where the fucking gabagool? Come.
You got
Don't fucking gabagool in the fucking refrigerator.
I'm sorry, I got no fucking gabagool. What the fuck you expect from me?
All right. Next time I'll do the bit that I'm doing.
I'm sorry.
It's all
I
right.
was trying to
It's all
help you. I
right.
didn't realize you were doing a full-on bit.
No, that's never the case. Anyway, fucking Mad Dogs. It only took Jay to fucking distract me from my bit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Cash. Cash.
Yeah, it's a cash.
What was the comparison that came up the other night when we were talking?
I forget. I can't remember. I know I talked to you about it the other night.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they go down there. Long story short, Billy Zane doesn't last long. I'll just throw that out there. But they get kind of pushed into a series of fucking crazy circumstances where it's a little bit ratcheted up. Fucking, there's drugs, there's fucking money, and every step they take, something crazier happens and pushes them further down this fucking rabbit hole of being stuck down there and dealing with these crazy people and circumstances and who's getting shot, killed, and fucking left for dead. And it's just constantly, every episode with a cliffhanger, it's constantly ratcheted up. It's like Ozarks. I think that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Something about Ozarks and...
so it's kind of like Hangover meets Midnight Express.
Right, something a little bit like that. Something a little bit like that, where but it's like, you know, you can also feel like that's the beat, the rhythm of the show. They will try to do something. This will go some crazy wrong somehow, and set them back again. And now they have to kind of reset. So it's one of those kinds of shows. And, you know, sometimes Breaking Bad was a little bit like that, but Breaking Bad was fucking elegant with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So this is a good show, though. But they shoot it down in fucking, like, some other country, so it's a beautiful show to look at and shit like that. It's really nice. I like it. I'm having fun with it. The characters are funny to a degree, although it's not straight, hard comedy. It's very much like trying to play it realistic and shit, so there are funny moments.
Yeah.
But it's mostly like a little bit more on the drama side. But I'm digging it. It's a little over the top kind of show. Mad Dogs. Watch the first episode. If you don't dig it, then walk away.
All right.
Just walk away.
Don't walk away, Renee.
You fucking bitch. Brother Bob's got Red State.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
On a Kevin Smith kick lately, huh?
Well, I've always been a fan of his funny stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge of anything else he did. And suddenly it's kind of fallen into my lap, so I started looking around. But yeah, so Red State. This is like horror that's not horror, but this is like Waco, but not Waco. You know, but this is like, yeah, this shit could happen any moment at any time.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly the way it goes down, complete with FBI agents getting promoted at the end. I mean, civilians getting killed and the FBI getting promoted for it. All right. So
That was one of my top 10 films that year.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's not one of these special effects driven things. Obviously, it's basically a job in a town.
Horror thriller kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's quirky too. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think it's really horror.
It isn't really.
No. It's got horror like overtones
it's-
a little bit, but it's like a thriller. And it's intense psychologically kind of thriller
right.
thing.
And it doesn't quite get that feel throughout. You're just kind of, not me anyway.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's kind of got that layout where it's kind of got that thriller suspense kind of thing going on.
Right.
But I guess the familiarity with the content from the news kind of like took me out of that a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at it like, oh wow, that's like, this is kind of like almost a telling of Waco. It's not a literal telling, obviously.
Right.
But the same
It's got some commentary going on here. Yeah.
There's definitely some commentary about the way things go on, but in each different act, it has a very different feel, and you definitely get a different angle
Right.
and perspective in each act. It's like, because you have John Goodman as the agent,
Right.
and it's his side at the end. You know what I
Right.
mean? You get the nut job, and it's his story, and at one point, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then so
It shifts the
and
perspective.
it shifts, and it starts with the kids, and you know, it's almost got like a summer movie feel, because they're out just trying to get, hey, wow, she showed her boobs on the internet. She's willing to screw all three of us. All we got to do is go out in this trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
You know. It's kind of that, in that sense. I think that's where you get the horror feel, because
The setup on
the
it,
setup on it is very horror.
Right. Where they
But-
get dropped into this crazy town.
Yeah,
Sure.
the telling of it really isn't horror so much as shocking, because a lot of the stuff is just really fucked up.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
Yeah,
We
but
did that.
yeah,
Okay.
but there's you know, you're not getting that in the
Yeah,
background to build up that
yeah.
horror thing. So it's more of a just a blatant visual.
Sure.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
and kind of raw that way. But very, very cool movie all throughout. I thought it was very well told overall. There's really not a bad point in the movie. You know, I think this is something that as a movie fan, if you had to have, like, somebody who has to have movies and says, these are my good movies, and this is on that list for somebody, and this is a stash.
Sure.
You know? For me, it's not necessarily something I'm not a movie guy. I don't store them.
Yeah,
up.
you don't
I
collect.
don't collect. So for me, it's definitely a cash.
Gotcha. Nice. Worth a watch.
There's
Definitely.
a feeling of just being unsafe throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, there's
like-
tension and dread.
Yeah.
There was definitely tension
At
and
any
dread.
moment, your life can be this fucked up.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
yes. And that's why I feel it, like this whole horror movie thing I was saying really kind of is like, it works more in this movie than in a lot of horror movies where you're supposed to be feeling tension and dread.
Yes.
Like, I really am like, I don't know which way this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but the kids are scared out of their fucking wits.
Yeah.
Right.
And they play that.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Which
Yeah.
makes it even scarier.
Right.
Because they know that at any given second they're going to die.
Yeah, this is
Right.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
but-
then the movie stops. John Goodman comes in.
Flips around.
And this is the man that's going to fix the
Oh, this
situation.
fucking job. I fucking hate this fucking job.
And there's
But
That's basically John
But
Goodman
it's
in the
great.
movie.
Yeah, but it's great because they make him an everyman from scene one.
Yes.
In the bedroom, answering the phone. He's got the director sitting there going, You just know that's just
Yeah.
because he's got, sir, blah, 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 blah. He's got
right.
every fact nailed 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Then he proceeds to get out of bed and he turns to his wife who was sleeping the whole fucking time. And he's like, and he says something sweet to her. He's like, how many times do I got to kiss you to get you to make me breakfast? You know, but he's being so sweet and like almost like Dan Connor kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
You know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not so, Roseanne-ish.
and then he's setting up base camp.
Right.
And he's got to get
Right.
the situation done.
5 minutes later, she's up with him making him his fucking hungry man breakfast. That's like, for a football team. He's on the phone spinning around.
And he's on the phone. For
Wheeling-
half
yeah,
his
yeah,
role is on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which felt
Getting
real.
orders.
Which is like really how it would be.
Absolutely.
Just fucking barking shit until you get there.
Yeah, because you just know bureaucracy. Like,
Yeah.
well, if you want to do this job,
Yeah.
On the interview, you have to be able to do it while you have an earpiece in and you're talking to me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basically.
And I actually thought Michael Parks, he's the cult
Yeah,
leader.
yeah.
He should have been nominated for that.
Nominated.
That's a really good fucking performance.
Yeah, and
One of
well-
the strongest performances that year.
nice.
Yeah, and that was the situation where it seems like that was where Weinstein's wrath, because he and Kevin Smith had a huge falling out, and just basically like
Yeah, from what I get,
Killed.
Weinstein didn't really get it.
yeah.
He didn't get any of it.
No, he didn't get anything besides fucking,
Like any of his movies.
Or just,
uglier over time. But
Yeah.
besides that, he didn't get anything.
Well, he just the money.
Yeah. All right. So over to you, Ed.
Yeah.
You
so
saw the Meg.
last weekend.
It's about Meg Griffin
on Sunday.
from Family Guy.
No, this is
It's about the Meg.
a film about some underwater sea creatures.
Mm-hmm.
One really large one called a megalodon.
Right. I still like this is still like fits with Family Guy and how they insult her. Like still, we haven't.
Right, yeah.
Sure, it's coming.
You haven't been able to like change the visual.
Yeah, I could just hear Dad being like, "Yeah, right,
Yeah.
Right,
uh-huh, yeah, right. That's my daughter, right."
Jason Statham wrestles her at one point.
I can
Right,
see
oh,
it.
yeah,
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 I can see it. Yeah, that's my girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. This is the big giant shark movie.
Shark movie of the summer.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I'd call my Meg a shark. A bitch, maybe.
She's definitely prehistoric looking.
There's the effects here are really cool.
Got it.
I gotta say the effects here are really cool. Statham, it's one of his better performances. The one thing, and I know this is something that just bothers me,
Yeah,
but the dialogue is so exposition heavy
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
so clunky. It's that it's one of those things where like I understand that
We gotta get this in
you
somewhere.
can't find a more creative way to tell us this stuff.
But
But it just
It's too clunky. In the end, it's too clunky.
Just people don't talk like that,
Right.
You
No,
know,
yeah.
and that's the kind of thing. But I will say, for the effects and the story's pretty good, and there's some cool twists in here that I didn't see coming.
Okay.
or that I didn't see coming until like the 30 seconds before it happened, where it's like, oh, this is the only thing that can happen.
Right. Sometimes, yeah.
But
yeah.
overall, I think this was a fun romp, and I would tell people to see this in theaters. So I would cash this.
Stay out of the beaches, though.
Okay. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. I didn't want to interrupt him because he was, you know what I mean?
He was on a roll.
Yeah.
It's okay. And
You got one in here about Swedish penises?
no, Swedish dicks.
Oh, well, either way.
Well, yes,
whatever
yes,
you're
same
into.
thing, right?
Whatever you're into.
Yes.
And you want to talk
Let
about.
me tell you, there's this show on Pop.
Yes,
I
you've
just
told
gotta say one thing.
you've
I'm
spoken about
glad
it
you
before.
pointed out that it just bothers you. Because you're not supposed to go into this movie expecting
Well, I
top
mean.
notch. It's
No,
a
but I
romp.
mean, like, I get where he's coming from. Exposition can get clunky, and it can fucking be annoying sometimes if it's done poorly in a movie.
I don't think it was done poorly. That's the
This is
problem.
what I wanted to ask you. I remember now because it has to do with that. Was this possibly anyone related with the Sharknado shows on the writing team of this movie? Maybe.
I don't know. I can't say.
I mean, did they ever say we're gonna need a bigger boat?
Yeah. I mean, really, it's mainly Rainn Wilson's character, because it's the kind of thing. Oh, if you spent $4.3 billion,
How did we get back here?
to set this stuff up?
Right.
Like,
Oh, you're talking about Swedish dicks.
Yeah, the fact-
You're back on Swedish dicks.
All right, I'll back on.
No, I'm confused. Rainn Wilson's in fucking.
No, he's in
Meg?
the Meg.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yes, we're like,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so he's
And
this guy-
spoiler.
Yeah, so he's the money guy who paid for this research center.
Oh, okay.
So I gave you guys $4.3 billion, and I don't know how any of this technology works.
Right.
So you guys can all explain it to me. It's like, I don't think I buy that.
Okay.
I don't think I buy that.
Yeah, I got you. Swedish
So
Dicks.
Swedish Dicks is a show on Pop.
Yes, you've spoken about it before.
Yeah, I missed the second season live. They've re-aired them. I caught them all on DVR and devoured them in like 2 days.
Oh.
And it's this show about these two Swedish guys. One's played by Peter Stormare, who you know from all of those Michael Bay movies, and the other one is played by a Swedish actor named Johan Glans.
Nice.
And it's just these kooky guys running around L.A. being
Yeah.
private detectives.
And it's kind of like a comedy romp kind of a thing, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like the one guy, Peter Stormare's character, used to be a stuntman, and the reason he got out of that game is because he blamed himself for the death of his best friend,
Right.
who's played by Keanu Reeves.
Yes. Yes, I remember this now.
And what's funny is in this season, Keanu Reeves' character is in prison.
Okay.
He spoiler, he was alive. He was actually a spy.
Okay.
That's a spoiler for season 1.
Okay.
And he's a contract killer, but they caught him, and now he's in prison. But because he's in prison now, he could be in every episode, because it's like, okay, there's just one scene every year where Peter Stormare goes to visit him in prison and gets some information from him, and it was just this whole I get a kick out of it. I thought it's really funny.
I love it.
And
I love
quirky.
it. Is
So,
what you want to say. Is what you want to say. What you want to say is you fucking love it.
I love it, man.
Because your smile is ear to ear.
I got 10 Swedish sticks, and I just gobble them all at once.
There you go, folks. If you've been looking for some, Ed is recommending some Swedish sticks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just pull up some Swedish sticks. You'll be surprised how enjoyable the experience can be.
You know what I mean? Just pull up a chair and, enjoy.
Yeah.
So now they have two things: Swedish meatballs and Swedish sticks.
Well, and Swedish fish.
Don't forget the Swedish
you
fish.
can't forget
Can't forget the Swedish fish.
All right, 3 things.
3 things. All right, guys. I don't know if you heard that noise, but
Actually, I have something.
I
forgot to put it in there.
You're right there, Jay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He had to unroot. He was slouching to the chair.
It was a Blu-ray week.
Blu-rays.
It was a Blu-ray week.
Oh, I saw some steelbooks on your Twitter. What'd
I
you get?
did, but it's none of those.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Surprise, surprise. The mystery unfolds.
No,
Not sharing that shit with us.
Arrow
Yeah.
put out an amazing edition of Children of the Corn.
I saw this tweet, actually.
And
You did put this out.
Yeah, and they did retweet it, I think. Or
Put a
liked
like
it or
on it,
something.
I
Yeah.
think.
Well, thank you for that correction.
I was just going to say, because,
No, when was the last time you watched Children of the Corn?
I don't think I've ever seen Children of the Corn. I can't recall seeing the whole thing. I think when I was a kid, it might have been on TV, and I might have seen some of it.
Right.
So all I know is that people give it a hard time, but it seems to have a very devoted cult following that, are always like, no, it's good, give it a shot, like kind of thing.
When I saw it, I saw it when it came out. I was a kid.
Right.
And of course, you have a different vision of it when you watch it as a kid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you are the same age as these kids.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I'm
that's what I
saying?
always liked about it too, was that it was little kids in that movie.
What I appreciate as over time was the fact that they actually had the balls to go and do this kind of thing
Yeah.
in 1984.
Back in the 80s, they'd put little kids in anything.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is this. Children of the Corn was never a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
It never was. In fact, there's a lot of things about it that I'd never read that short story. It's based on a Stephen King short story, and they actually just took the skeleton of that and put their own thing into it. And it's
As I've heard,
it's
yeah.
Peter Horton from 30-something. Remember 30-something?
Oh yeah.
And
He had to start somewhere.
and Linda Hamilton. This was right before Terminator. In fact,
okay.
this and Terminator were released that year.
Gotcha.
For what it is, it really like I don't know if you remember. If you said you haven't seen it.
yeah, I remember the kids coming out of the corn. Like,
But the
for all
movie-
I know, I might have only ever seen a trailer when I was young.
But the
who
movie
knows?
opens with like these kids killing everybody in a coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and they got the perfect kid to play the main. And
The
he
white hair, white blonde, like the whitish platinum colored hair, right?
No, he was a 5 foot tall actor. He was 23 years old. He looked like he was 13.
Oh.
And sounded like he was 13.
Oh wow.
With a few acting chops.
Had a little pejoria.
So, but he was perfect for it. You know what I mean? And the other one that played Malachi was that redheaded guy that's in. He
Yeah,
was in
he's
the
like an
Burbs.
albino.
He's
Yeah,
in, and they were just great. You know, as
Sure,
these guys.
sure.
The thing is like the execution of how everything is wrapped up is a little hokey, especially with today's. You know,
Yeah, we're used to a certain kind of.
Right. But I had a newfound appreciation for it watching it now,
Okay.
and watching the doc. There's a whole shitload of new docs on there.
Right.
And, and just like it's a ballsy movie for its time. I think.
Sure.
It's not the great. It's definitely not one of my favorites. You know
No,
what I mean?
but it goes for it.
But it's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool for a watch. But of note, they made a short film a year before it, called Disciples of the Crow. They took some guys raised a couple
Couple
of dollars,
yeah.
and did it as a student film.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And what they did, you know, with like a
With nothing.
16mm camera.
Yeah, no budget.
No budget. And one of the actors actually turned out to do like some supporting work with Kevin Costner years later. But I was impressed by that too.
Okay.
So
and
they
was that
did
the
it-
same? Was that the same guys or something?
No. This was like
But it's the same story,
We
though.
read the Stephen King story.
okay.
Let's take a shot at it.
I got you.
And
Okay.
they made an 18-minute movie.
All right, I got you.
and it's creepy.
Yeah, sure.
It's
sure,
actually
sure.
like very
Yeah.
creepy. It's really well done, I have to say.
Okay.
Even though it's amateurishly done.
Right. Well, that's like Woman in the White Room. Like, did you ever see that? That's the Stephen King short story. I think it's the Woman in the White Room, but it's really about like his mother when she was dying, and she was all fucking hopped up on pills and shit. But it's a really disjointed, like super low budget, like looks like students did it and like dropped it in the water or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well,
I might even have the name of that wrong, but
Well, just to put a cap on it, I'll just say that you know it's if you're a fan of this, and there's a lot of fans out there.
sure.
So this is like Arrow gives it a Criterion treatment.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
yeah.
good and everything, so I had that.
Any
Also,
extras on it?
a shit ton.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's cool about it. There's a really cool interview with Linda Hamilton in it.
Okay.
And she talks about she had a really good experience with it, and it was fun. And she talks about actors, and people still come up to her and not mention Terminator. They mention that first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And she puts those people on a special list. Like,
Right.
all right, keep an eye on this one. If he's mentioned Children of the Corn first,
And I think that a sickle
Yeah.
is a great weapon that should be used.
underrated.
more.
Underrated.
Very underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah. Were you a fan of the sequels?
I haven't seen any of the sequels.
Because they made them. Like,
Yeah.
They made a shit.
yeah. I was
At
gonna-
least 3.
it feels
No,
like
there's 6 or
There's
7.
Yeah.
because
Really?
I was gonna say I think the only time I've seen one of them is visiting my cousin Pete's house, and like Children of the Corn 5 was on in the background. And yeah.
there was.
Scary
Yeah,
They're
I know
all
there was-
direct to video, and
Yeah.
you know they didn't. And they made a remake a few years back, but it was a re-envisioning, and they set it in the 70s. I had not seen that, but I think Sci-Fi was behind it, so I
Right.
won't see that.
I wonder if that show Castle Rock has that as one of their things to play
But
with
that's just it. The Stephen King
Sure.
vibe is alive in it.
in the first one. Yeah,
In the first film,
Right.
and that's probably the one to see. I'm sure the
Right.
rest are pretty.
it's in the same universe as Maximum Overdrive.
But another movie that actually got another Blu-ray release was a film that I always liked called Deep Rising.
Deep Rise.
Now, Deep Rising is a giant octopus movie,
Yeah,
but it's done well.
right.
You know what I mean? It's actually with a budget. This
think
was
I've seen it.
Stephen Sommers' second movie.
Okay,
Stephen Sommers went to do the Mummy movies,
okay.
and then he did that G.I. Joe movie that we don't like to talk about.
Sure,
you know?
I agree. We all agree.
But Deep Rising is probably his Sergeant Pepper. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Simply because it's got a really Treat Williams. I always liked. You know what I mean?
he's a treat.
He's one of those cool, serviceable actors
Yeah,
that always
yeah,
work.
yeah.
But Famke Janssen is in this. Wes
Oh.
Studi, the Amistad guy,
Yeah,
Jaman Hansu, I think his name is.
Yeah, Hansu Depadu.
And it's gory. It's a gore fest, and a lot of fun.
Right.
It's its 20th anniversary, and guys over at Kino Lorber did this really nice transfer on it. A whole bunch of fucking extras just came out last week.
Is this the Killer Galamad release?
This is the calamari.
The calamari
the
version?
Mon Calamari edition. So yeah, those are there was a little horror fun this week.
A little horror fun. Who doesn't like horror fun?
Oh, and watch The Sinner too. That's a good show.
That's on what show? What show? That's USA.
That's USA Networks.
Right. Okay. Give me a hit on that because I keep hearing about it. Like, what's the
Well,
setup?
the first season was a police investigation about Jessica Biel.
Okay.
Her character stabbed somebody on a beach, and
Right.
Bill Pullman is the investigator, and that.
Comprises most of the first season.
Well, yeah, but that was also wrapped up and done.
Okay.
So what they're doing now is they're taking the Bill Pullman character,
Following him a
and
little
you're
bit.
following him now.
Okay.
And he's a very, very interesting character.
Right, right,
Because
okay.
he's flawed. you know,
Right,
he's
okay.
Got issues.
Sure.
And they touch on some things in the first season.
Right.
But you don't get everything. But you're also getting a little bit here as well. But he's investigating.
Pretty dark.
It's very dark. It's very good too.
Right. Very compelling.
And it is.
Compelling.
And I actually like it better than the second season.
Okay.
But he's basically the sheriff of this town that he grew up in. Gives him a call because Bill Pullman was friends with her father.
Okay.
And she's like, I have some problems with this double murder that I have that's going on. It's this kid
Right.
killed his parents.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
And then when he comes to town and he's investigating, you find out that there's a cult that lives off the town's edge.
Sure.
None of the cops like to go there, and the kids
Right.
from there, and he's investigating that as it goes. So, and I'm going to be on episode 7.
What?
Throwing that out there.
Fucking plugs.
Nice.
So
We need a sound effect for like.
But you're going to see
whenever
me
there's
for a
plug.
half a second,
Yeah.
probably. But that said, it's a really good show.
I'm not biased at all.
Where's the air horn I gave you? You took from me years ago.
I took it from you. I'm not gonna leave it laying
You
around.
can use it for a
No.
sound effect. No.
No.
are there any happy cults? Any like pleasant happy cults you find in television or
Yeah,
film?
the Wicked Theory chat room.
That's basically that's the happiest cult on earth. That's gonna be the name of this episode and their name, Happy Cults.
You think there's got to be one guy who actually had good intentions and like put together this place of people who do love each other and treat
McDonald's.
each other right.
I think
I will say this though.
Scientology, no?
Cults like that make for good storytelling, I think.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it is something that does happen.
Sure.
And there is something that, like
Yeah.
the Jim Jones thing. 1,000 people
Yeah.
fucking from one
And,
man's word.
and it's like, this isn't, you hear cult and it's like sometimes with TV you immediately picture like robes and fucking satanic rituals, but like no, it's just about like a bunch of people just getting swayed by a very charismatic person who's also, a maniacal sociopath.
Sometimes it's not Satan at all. It's the word of God, too.
Hey man,
Like, what was that show?
Jesus speaks to me directly.
What was that show with Aaron Paul and Michelle Monaghan on Hulu?
Hand of God? No, that's the one with Hellboy. Hand of God is the one that had Perlman.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, no, I'm talking about the one with Hugh Dancy.
Yeah, it's like
on Hulu.
Reverence or some other kind of...
The Path.
The Path.
The Path.
Yeah, that's about like this kind of culty, Scientology-ish kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? You watch some of that? That's good?
I watched like 2 episodes and it was.
Brr.
This is too heavy.
Yeah,
This is too heavy.
too heavy.
Yeah.
I can't carry this kind of load. All right, so kids, guys, I don't know. It's been a while since we've done it, but I think it's time maybe for a little bit of the old lightning round.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Is that why you were looking at the time this whole time I'm speaking?
Yeah. I'm just kind of getting a feel for it, keeping an eye on it. That's what I'm doing. I'm live producing. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Is that way
fucking
Palmer?
appreciate that. That's all right.
Well, I wasn't ushering you. I wasn't pushing you along, was I?
Is that why Palmer sent me this email full of questions for you?
That's right. I can't write my own, but I wrote the other questions for everybody else.
Okay.
So I had not seen Palmer's questions that you have for me. But I don't. Do we start there?
Yeah, let's start there.
Let's start there. Get his questions out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. So for anybody who's never heard lightning round before, it's a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
You answer them as best you can. You got 5 seconds.
You can answer them immediately.
Immediately
Yeah.
is the best.
Come
And outside of that, that's how it's played. It's the one game everybody wins,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Can I
Here we
sit
go.
there next week?
You want to sit here? You want to work all this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just hit me with it, man. Just hit me with it.
All right, here we
Just
go.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
How does Batman like his coffee?
Dark.
Who is Mumra's favorite henchman?
Mum meow. Meow mum.
What is the cost of a room night in Jabba's palace?
20 shekels.
What is the spare root of neon green?
Albatross blue.
Who should direct a live-action Calvin and Hobbes movie?
Bronson Pinchot.
If Grimlock wasn't a T-Rex, what dinosaur would he have been?
Trilobite. Whatever the giant trilobite is.
What's the worst podcast concept you have ever heard?
Preacher versus preacher.
What is my middle name?
Octavius.
How many questions have I asked?
All of them so far.
Name me one thing green in this room.
My envy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I managed to get through it. I got through it.
Trying to incriminate you too.
Yeah, I know, really. Fucking, I gotta have a conversation with Palmer about these fucking questions. Holy shit.
Could have said Bob's guitar picks.
I was trying to, outside the box, man.
Yeah.
Trying to stay outside the box. All right, so there's more where that came from.
Comes in
Fucking-
boxes these days?
And there were options. There was literally a lot of green stuff, but I was just like, broccoli's not going to do it.
Under pressure, you got to think on your feet.
Oh, that's true. Speaking of, Bob, question number one. It's gonna go. Jay's gonna go pee, so I guess this is working out. Who invented ice cream?
Lester.
There you go. Why does the sun shine?
Just because.
What is the secret ingredient in the recipe for love?
Secret ingredient for recipe of love?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate chip cookies.
I'm into it. What is Willy Wonka's real name?
Octavius.
There you go. Callback. Besides the Redcoats, who else was coming?
Paul Revere.
It's true. It's true. If man,
he was riding a horse.
he was coming into the town. If man evolved from monkeys, what did turtles evolve from? Turtles will take anything.
Turtles. Eggs.
Time got you
Yeah,
on that
sorry.
one. Okay, Bob, how about this one? What were Bruce Lee's last words?
Ouch.
What's better than 2 in the bush?
3 in my hand.
There you go. What does Robert De Niro not want us to know?
That all he's got is a little bit.
Fair enough. Last question. The last exit on the highway to hell goes to Last exit on the highway to hell.
666 Satan Boulevard.
All right. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. I like it.
All right.
I like it. Woo, woo, woo. Kids at home, are you handling this? How are you handling this?
I want to know what the line is. Who's winning?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Sure.
And if they're not gambling, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I mean, really. All right, let's see here. Who's going to go next? We only got 2 left. They both look nervous. You want
to correct that?
One of them looks nervous. One of them looks annoyed.
One of them looks drunk.
We're going to go with Uncle Jay. Because why not? Uncle Jay.
No.
There's no yes or no's. When is the best time to leave a wedding party?
Right after I do.
Right after I do. I like it. Question number 2. How many Thomas Edisons does it take to screw in a light bulb?
0.
There's never enough time in the day. How much would be enough?
Not enough.
What's behind door number 3?
Uncle Jay.
Whoa, scary or awesome. Question number 5. Where have all the good men gone?
Newark, New Jersey.
There's a war going on. Question number 6. If the moon is made of cheese, what's Jupiter made of?
Roast beef.
I like it. What's the last thing William Shatner says before going to bed at night?
My middle name is Tiberius.
If it was about a kid eating monster clown, what is that about?
Eating pussy.
All right. Question number 9. Who's got the mots?
I got the mots, Bill.
Oh! Question number 10. What does the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man have for breakfast?
Macaroni and cheese.
That's it. That's how you keep a body healthy. A little mac
All
and cheese for breakfast.
There we go.
I'm not even going to stop this train. I'm just going to... Little lightning coming in.
Rolling right in.
You ready for this?
All right, let's do it.
You're the last man standing now.
All right.
All right. I'll ring the bell this time around. You were on bell detail so far. All right, Ed. If time heals all wounds, what does magic heal?
Nantucket.
All right. Question number 2. Where is the land of the lost?
Moo juice.
Stop that. Ooh, question number 3. Whatever happened to Yahoo Serious?
It laughed.
Question number 4. What does Nick Cage keep in a steamer trunk at the end of his bed?
Cheetos.
Believable. Question number 5. Sesame Street intersects with what other street?
Johnny Walker Boulevard.
All right. Question number 6. The sequel to Deliverance should be called...
Get the fuck out of here!
All right. It's a modern day follow-up. Question number 7. Who has time for this shit?
Not me.
All right. Question number 8. We'll get right on. Who was the last guest on the Love Boat?
That would be, I believe it was Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Yeah.
There you go. Question number 9. Why do birds sing in the morning?
Who the fuck cares?
Oh, fair enough. Question number 10. What's the worst gangster name to get bestowed upon you?
Cheesy Willie.
Cheesy Willie. All right, we'll give it to him, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lightning round. That's what we call the game. And that's how the game is played. If you think you have it in you, dear listener, to come up with questions for us, the idea is you can send them in as an email any old time you feel like it. You just got to put a bunch of them together. Clusters of 10. There's usually 4 of us. Doesn't mean 40 questions. No yes or no answers. That's the secret to it. Make them up. Send them to us. We'll use them.
Yeah.
And we might even mention your frickin' name.
Maybe.
As a thank you.
Maybe.
Be like, thank you, dear listener.
It would be nice.
It would be nice. We do love it when the listeners send us in that stuff. We've had people do it in the past.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Just a quick go back. I'm looking.
What quick go back on what?
All right,
Do we rewind the show often? Just
No,
tell
we
me
don't.
on what? On what?
I'm looking at the
Still haven't gotten to what?
the Children of the Corn movies. The subtitles. Some of them are interesting.
Give me the most interesting one.
Well, the fact that the second one is called The Final Sacrifice.
There you go. And that's the bit, Ed. And that's just get right to the nugget. See what we did there? We found the nugget right away. Don't have to linger too
Children
long.
according to The Final Sacrifice, and they still we got 7 more movies in it.
Don't ever call it the final anything. You know what I mean? I think they should have learned from Friday the 13th 5, the final chapter. Which
Star Trek.
Never try to put a finale on it.
Yeah.
That's a little closed-minded to begin with. It's not really giving your thing a chance.
Yeah.
And B, you're gonna look silly if it makes money because they're gonna want to make another one.
I don't even think that it matters.
No, it doesn't. It's always a cute thing to point to, though. You know, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, Jason.
Well, I know that. I'm trying to tell you that.
No, I know. I'm trying to riff and have a moment of bitness.
Right. Womp womp.
That's what it turned into, though.
The crusts are fucked.
Was I being corny and dry with it?
A little bit. Little children of the corny.
All right.
I'm here 7 days a week.
I'm telling you, folks. Yeah, no one's topping that. Let's not even. Don't even try.
By the way,
Three shows a day, ladies and gentlemen.
quick shout out to our buddy Jason from Monkey Poo Studios.
Monkey poo.
He's in the chat room right now.
Monkey poo.
Don't fling that shit, bro.
Don't fling it. Don't fling it. That's what his podcast should be called.
Don't fling.
Flinging. Just flinging. From
Well,
Monkey
flinging
Poo.
monkey shit.
No, just flinging. I'm just flinging poo everywhere. Just the flinging podcast. All right. So, speaking of telling people they can send us emails, maybe we'll take a little look and see if anybody sent us any so far.
All right.
You know, I think sometimes we do that.
There's a jingle that goes with that, right?
Yeah, this one.
There we go.
You remember that kid, right?
I do.
I saw him the other day.
Ain't he with you on Preacher versus Preacher?
He is, as a matter of fact. Oh,
I miss him.
fucking Segway Seagal over here. Fucking high kicking setups.
I try.
Nice. Well done.
By the way, Steven Seagal doesn't high kick. He low kicks.
That's true. He's all elbows.
Yeah,
and
he's all
forearms
elbows and
forearms.
Sweep
and
the leg.
shin kicks.
Yeah.
But you see Richie.
Oh,
Kick you a little
Bobby
closer.
Lupo.
I'll kick you in the balls.
that's it. I ain't got time for movie titles with more than 3 words.
Although he does do a mean roundhouse.
Well, if you do a good roundhouse, they're all mean. They're all pretty badass. Salute.
So,
Salute.
Yeah.
Anybody drinking? Raise your glass. Even if it's water.
sweet
Salute.
Jesus Christ.
Salute. If you're not drinking, start. So our first email for this week comes from our friend Stephanie Muniz, Sammy.
Ain't she in Hawaii right now?
Indeed. And she starts it off.
Was that baby doll?
Is she okay?
That's baby doll.
I'm going to get to it. If you'll allow me. She says,
I'm sorry, I'm
she
excited.
says, aloha, yous guys.
Yeah, okay.
Greetings from the tropical paradise in the Pacific. My mom and I have been in Hawaii since Wednesday, and we were lucky enough to not have any negative effects from Hurricane Lane in Honolulu. Lane is now a tropical storm. We're flying to Maui today for the last leg of our vacation. We're hoping for more sun there. Anyway, my question, because I guess she's just updating us on where she's at. Sometimes, I guess eventually one day we'll get an email where she's like, I'm at CVS and I'm waiting online. I just thought you guys might want to know. I'm getting some nail polish. All right.
Well, that's
so,
when she'll say, I'm around the corner at the CVS by your house.
right, that's true. She's like, technically about
She's-
6 miles away.
Yeah, she's a friggin' world hopper these days.
That's what I'm saying. She's where in the world is Steph
German.
Muniz?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing lately.
Yeah.
If you follow her on Facebook, she's been bouncing around every couple
She's really
of months.
using up those miles.
Yeah.
Anyway, the question is, where would you rather go would you rather go somewhere in the Caribbean if you had the chance to go to an island, or would you give Hawaii a chance?
Well,
Which one would you do, I guess, if it was like an either-or situation?
Well, my brother's living in Hawaii right now.
So you don't want to go there?
So, yeah. No, I'm kidding.
That's a reason to go, maybe.
Yeah.
He could show you around.
Yeah.
You could be like, this is the Army base I'm stationed on. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean,
Help me do some push-ups.
I would direct Steph his
Yeah.
way, but then when she said she knew me, he'd go, who?
TB, what?
I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
of course, he knows you. A little bit. Just don't bring up the dog. Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I gotta stay away from those fucking things.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go there. He's got the dog with him, right?
Yeah, that's true.
you don't wanna
And
go
you
there.
got another one too, called Stitch.
The fact that you said those things
It's
is all we need.
it's an Australian Shepherd dog,
So that one's Stitch, and
Okay.
what's the other one?
Cody.
See, that doesn't work.
No, it should be Lilo.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
It was originally going to be Dakota, and then they found out he had a penis.
Or Mitch.
So what does that matter?
Mitch and
It's a
Stitch?
dog.
Yeah,
Dakota is meant to be a girl's name.
yeah,
The other dog should be Mitch.
right. There you go.
I'd go to Hawaii.
Lilo and Mitch instead of Stitch.
I've been to the Caribbean.
Like do a spin on it.
I go to Hawaii.
Sure.
All right.
I've been to the Caribbean. The Caribbean. It's all right. Go to Hawaii. Either way, you're fucking coming out to fucking. You're paying out your lungs,
Yeah.
as the old timers say.
What was the name of the hurricane?
Hurricane Lane. When I saw that trending, I thought it was like a specific place.
Hurricane Lane.
And it was like hurricanes come through here so often that we named it Hurricane Lane as like Hurricane Alley. But it turns out Lane as a first name like Lane Stanley.
No, it's in honor of Lane Smith, who played Perry White on.
I thought it was Lane,
on Lois
Blaine.
and Clark.
Right. Like,
Hurricane
I thought
Lane.
it was because of the guy I know at the music store whose name is Lane.
Right, that's what I mean. Like a first name like that.
There's not a more fitting name than a lifeless, soul-sucking black storm that destroys everything in its path.
You sound like you're mad at some woman right now.
Oh no, it's I'm just making an observation about the hurricane.
It's got nothing to do with Jennifer Lane. I was too close to reality, I think, right there. I might have wounded him.
Jay fell out of his chair.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I did kind of pull out of something. I was a little too close. Anyway, okay. That's a sideshow.
You okay? You okay, Jay? You want a hug?
Me? You want my response to this question, Bill?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, man. I was trying hard.
I know. It was too close. I had to.
See, my point of view is I grew up on an island.
Right. So,
So
you've seen
give me-
enough of them.
Yeah, I want to show me a fucking cornfield.
Show me something landlocked. I'd like to know what to not see sand
Yeah.
would be like.
When I want to experience sand on a lake.
Well, here's
you know
the
what
thing.
I mean? It's like they have those. It's like, oh, we go into the beach.
Yeah,
I'm
a
like,
little man-made thing
I'm
by
like,
a dam or some shit.
No.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I would say in that though, this is one of the shittiest versions of an island that exist. And
Well, that's because it's so close to the.
well, I'm saying in general.
the city.
So maybe go see what a real island is like. Like a real island.
Or just
You know,
go
with
like
no bridges on it.
go
I would
like
like to go to Japan. That's an island.
Yeah, there you go.
go to deep in the mountains of Alaska. Just
Deep
No.
in the mountains of Alaska.
No,
With Marty
not warm
Stauffer.
enough.
Wild America.
San Diego, maybe. Year-round temperature 74 degrees. Humidity like 30-something%.
Jay's still
he's
So
recovering.
I got him good. All right. I didn't even know it was going to land like that either. All right. So thanks to Stephanie Muniz for the email. We love you. We appreciate you. We want to hear more from you. And then we got one from this kid. This fancy motherfucker. This fancy fucker. Take off your pants, you fancy fucker. All right. No subject in the subject line. But he says, hey, you gentlemen, which we know is not true. As someone who has not seen any Mission Impossible movies, which, if any, should I watch before seeing Fallout? And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's Wesley Gaskins.
Well, I'm going to guess because I haven't seen any of the movies. I'm like him, that it doesn't really matter if you go see this movie over the other ones. They're really not meant. They're not. It's not necessary to see them to understand what's
Yeah.
going on in the current movie.
It's not that kind of series
Right.
necessarily.
No, there might be some interlaying, something that lays over from movie to movie, something that ties in, but not necessarily.
This is how Jay's going to get me back now.
What's he doing?
Having munchos. Fucking munchos.
You're punishing the listeners.
I mean, what did they do?
But
But how would you
He's not going to be too good at it because every time he bites on one, he starts
starts laughing.
laughing.
I would say the bad guy from 5 plays a prominent part in 6.
Okay.
So if you
Maybe-
only see one, see Rogue Nation.
Sure.
But I would say confidently you would enjoy all of them except 2.
Fair enough, but none of them besides Rogue Nation is
yeah.
really kind of has any real need for setup.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it stands on its own.
Yeah.
Okay?
My
'Cause that's what I had heard too. This is the
Yeah.
first time they really connect in a firmer way, but not like in a way that's impenetrable.
My personal favorite is Ghost Protocol, which was the 4th one. But to view and enjoy Fallout,
Yeah.
I don't think you need anything. But if you might want to check out Rogue Nation.
Oh, you might.
Yeah.
I think they're all fun,
Was- now,
including
was-
2.
Yeah.
Now, which one was the one where he hung from a plane with dental floss?
You're thinking it Die Hard.
No. There's a movie where he's like hanging on the inside of an open.
Oh, that's Rogue Nation,
Where he's on the outside.
Yeah, where he's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
Right.
They said when he did that, all he did was basically hold on with like something similar to those cheap ass belts that come with the shorts.
Yeah.
That like overlap.
It's just a strap,
It's just
pulled
like
taunt.
Yeah, they couldn't hide a harness.
Sure.
Well enough for him, so he was just like tie me to it, but like this thing. Let's get it done.
I mean, whatever it takes.
So you got to remember, he's only about 5 feet tall and weighs about 120 pounds. So,
I mean, come on.
You know.
He's like a dust mite. He's gonna flutter right off. But all right.
That's it.
I mean, kinda. That's it. That's all we got. No, but I agree with that. I'd say, yeah, just watch that last one, and then you're all good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, I'm going to go with that. But, yeah, I'm just thinking about life and things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, starting to prep the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
You know? So, I think, if anything, we can kind of discuss what that means as a group.
You could.
What?
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, this is the end of the show. The show's coming to an end.
So, yeah.
There'll be no more show.
Isn't there a music cue that goes on here?
Isn't there going to be an after
Yeah,
show?
kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, you're right. There will be an after show.
Yeah.
So
we're going to be here for that.
Are we going to have people listen and hang around for that? Or?
Yeah, I guess we should.
We should.
If you're not listening live.
Do you still have that bourbon?
Was that?
You still have that apple bourbon?
Yeah. Apple bourbon, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly because it's bourbon.
Mostly because it's bourbon.
But, yeah.
But it tastes like apple, so.
So it's a little bit of a help.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't really do anything. It's just a flavoring. But, yeah, so I guess that's that. We will do more show if you're listening live. It's another reason to come listen to us live every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixlr, MIXLR.com. Download the free app.
Take it in.
Take it on the road.
Oh, yeah.
That's the pitch. That's the pitch.
Yep.
Smother it
That's
all.
the shtick.
Yep.
All over
Make
your
us
white
the
bread.
reason you have an unlimited plan on your cell phone.
And a fight every Saturday night with your girlfriend about what you're doing between 7 and 10.
Yeah.
All right? How's that?
Thanks, everybody.
And if you're listening live, stick around. We'll be right back. Going to play a little tune in between. And then we're going to come back and just kind of freeform it, talk some nonsense, and then maybe even ask you guys what you think about life.
Okay.
Or not. Probably not. Jay, how you doing over there, buddy? Good. All right. Good. So, what? I'm going to seg out. What do you got?
Yeah, seg out.
All right, let's segue out. Uncle Jay, where can people find you on the Twitters, if they want to?
Right here, drinking hooch.
Thank you. No, that was Bob.
I bet I love her. I love Hurricane on Twitter.
You can barely get
Uncle Jay's thing.
Uncle Jay's thing on Twitter is for him. Ed is at Edward O'Hare, TBD.
Yes, I am.
And
You
then,
won't even let him.
No, just barreling through it.
I'm at Uncle Jay's Hurricane on Twitter.
There you go, Uncle Jay's Hurricane on Twitter for him.
At Bob WTPC.
And I'm at ex-girlfriends are the worst.
You're Wicked
.com.
Theory.
I'm at Wicked Theory, that's right. And then that's going to be it for us. Brother Bob. Take us on out of here, man. Rock out.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixlr.com/wicked-theory. Mixlr is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.